Hi, today is February 26, 2024, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 313 for the year, Shades of Green. Later today, sometime between 7 and 8 p.m., I will read poems written in the last week or so at Shades of Green Pub on East 15th Street in New York City. I went there last week and heard a bunch of poets, and it was a really good time. This evening I will probably have an even better time, but I don't know how everybody else there will feel. I think I've written some pretty decent shit in the past week, and there are at least 6 poems that I'm pretty fucking excited about. Thank you, Jennifer Juneau, for asking me to read. I hope I don't suck. Poem number 315, Dickless Poems. It's been 6 poems since I wrote one that references genitals, and 7 since I mentioned cocks. But that is by no means a record. I've probably had streaks of more than 100 Dickless poems, possibly 1,000. It's hard, haha, to believe that I could write 1,000 consecutive cockless poems. If I had an archivist or an assistant, I could ask them to find out for me. But I'm not about to sort through thousands of poems looking for cocks. It might sound like something I might do, but I'm not doing it. Poem number 315, Dickless. This poem used to have a dick, but last week some motherfucker ripped the dick clean off this poem and threw it into the street where it was trampled on by a mounted police officer. Not the horse. The officer dismounted and trampled on this poem's dick last week, before it was even born, back when it was in its embryonic stage. So by definition, it wasn't even a poem. This isn't fucking Alabama. This poem was not a poem until it was born today. Dickless, which wouldn't be so bad if it had a vagina, but it doesn't. No vagina and no dick on this motherfucker. This poem can't fuck anybody. It has my deepest sympathies. That cop did this poem wrong. Poem number 316, Memories of Jonathan. Last week at Shades of Green Pub, I couldn't shake the feeling that I once saw Jonathan Richman play there in the early 80s, when he had been temporarily forgotten, before the Farrelly brothers put him in There's Something About Mary, and a whole generation of insufferable hipsters made going to see Jonathan almost unbearable. But still, I would go, surrounded by those sanctimonious shits whose pseudo-spontaneous applause after the same line in Corner Store, Jonathan's lament about gentrification, but I spot a trend that has got to stop, made me wish he would skip that line so the sheep would be unable to bleat. But when I saw Jonathan at 125 East 15th Street, which at that time was not called Shades of Green, there were probably fewer than 100 of us, maybe fewer than 50, and he was wonderful, as he always is. For Jonathan's sake, I might have wanted more people there, but for my sake, I was glad those fucking hipsters hadn't found out about Jonathan yet. And last poem of the day, poem number 317, Coming Soon. And that's not all. There is much more to come. Stay tuned. In subsequent weeks, there may be a pack of elephants that go on safari, hunting human hunters and running them off the savannah. There may be a chorus of cholesterol singing the praises of a vegan diet. There may be more animals escaping from zoos. There may be a ray of sunshine bursting its way through the one small crack in the attic ceiling. There may be grammatical errors or inappropriate assumptions or problematic situations or invisible televisions that you can't see but that are watching you from their hiding places in closets or chimneys or just outside the window. Things may come to a breaking point or reach critical mass and tip Gladwell's tipping point into oblivion. There may be answers to age-old questions. There may be new questions with no answers. All this and more may be coming in the coming weeks. And a vase of tulips, definitely a vase of tulips, probably tomorrow, but certainly coming soon. A vase of tulips, coming soon. Should it be vase or vase? A vase of tulips. Sounds a little pretentious, but maybe it's better. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow. Anyway, I appreciate you.